Hey guys, this is Jeremy, and you are watching RetroFat on the Ranger Project. So, I am going to talk about and do a reaction to the second episode of season one of the classic 1980s, late 80s, early 90s sitcom Just the 10 of Us. This episode is called First Day at School. It was directed by John Tracy, written by David Kendall and Tim O'Donnell, and aired on May 3rd, 1988. Now, in this early episode, you're going to see that we are still getting a feel for our characters. Some of our characters' personalities, especially Wendy and Cindy, are going to shift over time. But this is one of the few episodes, truthfully, that kind of focuses on JR. Very quickly in the series, the focus shifted to the four girls. So episodes with JR or Sherry were a little more rare later on. So it's kind of funny that this very first episode focuses so heavily on him. JR, of course, is played by Matt Shakman, who you will see in the opening credits here in a moment. He is currently directing and executive producing WandaVision, which I highly recommend if you haven't already started watching that. So enough hearing from me. Let's dive right into the episode.
So does Mom know you two are wearing all that makeup on the first day of school?
Did you hear something, Wendy?
I think it was just the wind.
You two are wearing all that makeup to school today?
No.
Well, you know, I was going to wear makeup, too, just to create a good first impression. Nothing garish like you're doing. But then I thought, you know, we're going to be the only girls in a school of 600 guys. I might start a riot or a stampede.
Stampede sounds right. All right, Jay, I'll hurry up. You're going to be late. Connie, wipe that frown off your face, please. And what is with the ton and a half of makeup?
Told you.
And girls, the first day at a new school sets the whole tone. Now, don't you want to create the impression that you're nice Catholic girls?
Not particularly.
Now, the only reason they're letting you go to this school is because your father's on the faculty.
Okay, troops. Who else is ready for the first day at school, huh?
I am.
Who's JR?
He hasn't been down yet.
Oh, that's okay. I have a separate speech for him anyway. Girls, I just want you to know that I know how tough this breaking-in period at St. Augustine's is going to be. Things are going to be different. You're not going to have your girlfriends like you had back in New York. So be prepared for some loneliness at first.
Hi, we're here to walk the girls to school.
So, where was I?
So be prepared for some loneliness at first.
Life is a race and I know I can win it, 'cause I'm learning the rules of the game. If I can stay on the ball.
All right, so I'm going to mute the theme song just for a moment here. I appreciated that Connie was wearing her school uniform already, which is something that fits her character. You know, she's studious, she's smart, she's the brainy one, so to speak, and I think she would be the one to probably be most excited for this from that perspective. Cindy definitely has not hit her ditzy phase just yet. Can I also say that I really want some red, white, and blue striped PJs like Coach Lubbock has? Those were awesome.
Well, the kids sure cleared out of here in a hurry, huh?
Yeah. I hope that doesn't happen in my English classes today.
Graham, I think Mr. Frank Sinatra said it best.
You're not going to sing, are you?
No, I'm just saying. Remember, you're from New York. If you can make it there, you'll make it anywhere.
Thanks, honey. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Well, you'd probably change a lot more diapers.
Dad, I won't be able to make it to school today. I'm sick.
Son, you don't look so, your spots are coming off.
It must be serious.
No, it must be your monster makeup.
Well, it looked pretty real, didn't it?
Son, look, I know how you feel. You're worried. You're scared it won't be the way it was back home. You're asking yourself, will they like me? Will they respect me? Will they think of me as a professional educator?
Huh?
Never mind. Just remember, we can all take a lesson from Mr. Frank Sinatra.
What class does he teach?
Yeah, well, forget Sinatra. Just remember this, that the smile will get you a lot further than a slug. Just walk up to those new boys and say, hello, I'm J.R. Lubbock, and I want to be your friend.
Obviously, this is a joke for a sitcom. No educator would ever give that piece of advice ever to a student. That is painful, horrible, get you beat up advice.
Let the day begin.
Yo, Coach, drop and give me 10.
What?
When I was a kid at Dewey High, I dreamed of the day I could say that to you.
That day has not arrived.
So you ready for your big day?
Ready. Listen to my game plan for English lit.
Oh, just a second.
No, just listen just for a minute. First, I kick off a little Shakespeare. Nothing fancy, just a sonnet or two. Then I hand off to Chaucer, tackle the Old English. Then I do an end run on Charlie Dickens. I love that guy.
Coach, I got your schedule for the week.
As a former high school English teacher, let me also say you would never teach that much in one day, ever.
Oh, great.
I don't think so.
Well, you can fill it in Spanish, Latin, health. I don't know anything about health. Where's English? I was hired to teach English.
No, you were hired to teach in English.
What do you need to see a counselor for anyway? Schools like to find out who you are before they destroy you emotionally.
You know what I'm thinking? Every boy at that window knows what you're thinking.
Hey, yo, let me in here. I gotta see the counselor too. Hey, move it.
Knock it off, Shorty. Seniors get the spots by the window.
What do I get?
You get lost.
You butt-face! Hi, I'm J.R. Lubbock, and I want to be your friend.
Painful. Just painful.
Tell you a little bit about myself? Okay, I'm Marie Lubbock, 16, the oldest. I noticed you don't have any home economic classes here. You know, I'd be happy to teach one if you're interested and if I get credit. I may become a nun or a housewife. As I see it, there's not much difference, although if I'm a housewife, I would be allowed to have a husband, which is not much of a factor in my decision at all.
Marie's career trajectory, that's not fair. Marie's life choice in her calling and becoming a nun. There's a fantastic episode later, I think in season 3, where we kind of explore that. Heather Langenkamp has said that she believes Marie would have ended up becoming a mother to a lot of children, just like Elizabeth. In fact, there was a interview, a reunion interview this past summer of most of the cast. I think Heidi Ziegler, who plays Sherry, and Matt Shackman, who plays JR, were the only ones who couldn't make it. But Evan Arnold, who plays Doozler, all 4 of the Lubbock girls, the older girls, the twin boys who played Harvey, funnily enough, and then Bill Kirkenbauer and Deb Harmon were there. And they kind of joked about how Marie probably would have ended up with Doozler. And I just have to say, I would absolutely watch a Just the 10 of Us Part 2, where the parents are Marie and Doozler. I would be into that, and it should happen.
Wendy Lubbock, 15. I'm planning on going to college, Arizona State, or some other school that has a football team and individual rooms. That's super important. Shouldn't you be writing all this down? Cynthia Lubbock, 15. Wendy, the blonde, is my fraternal twin, but actually, I'm 11 minutes older and wiser. I plan on going to college. Whatever school Jack's when, you'll be my first choice.
I have to comment on that wiser, wider joke because, first of all, Jamie Luner and Cindy they're gorgeous. She is a breathtakingly beautiful young woman who and I don't think anyone would ever classify her as fat in any way, shape, or form. I feel I'm qualified to say this. It's Retro Fat. I know fat people. She is not fat people, but jokes about her weight are a recurring theme. In fact, later there's an entire episode about it, which I think is a real shame. Yeah, I don't like it.
Constance Lubbock, 14.
I also have to share that at the time Connie was 14. The actress, Joanne Willette, was in her mid-20s. 10 years difference. And she pretty successfully, physically, playing a 14-year-old.
Well, I'm not the Earth Mother Marie is, or as bubbly as Wendy is, or as you-know-what as Cindy is. Okay, I hate to write, so I guess a writer is what I'm destined to become. I've accepted that life is pain, and I say, fine, if that be my lot, then let the suffering begin. Excuse me. I gotta write that down.
Sherry Lubbock, 8. At St. Paul's in New York, I was taking 7th grade computers, 9th grade algebra, and conversational Latin. So as you can tell, I'm not your everyday little kid. Am I allowed to eat these candies, or are they just for you?
Hello, I'm J.R. Lubbock, and I want to be your friend. Anything else?
Hi, people. My name is Coach Graham T. Lubbock, and I'll be covering Spanish dos while Mr. Clemente is straightening out his little citizenship misunderstanding. All right, people. My name is Coach, and as you all know, this is health. And this week we will be covering sex education. I'll be telling you how... Oh, jeez, Louise.
Hi. Hey, Larry, I love that funny noise you made in class. Yeah, Lubbock, if you hadn't laughed, I wouldn't have gotten detention.
The actor who's playing Larry is Jason Horst. And if you think, hey, he looks kind of familiar, he did a lot of 1 and 2 episode shots of a lot of series. He did Wonder Years, Small Wonder. He acted consistently in bit parts like this all the way up through the end of the 90s. I actually think we see him in more than one episode of Just the 10 of Us as well.
Hey, man, don't talk to him. He'll probably tell his old man everything you say. No, I won't. I swear. You can say anything you want about him, and I won't tell him. Oh, you mean if I called him Baldy, you wouldn't? Take that back! Let's go, Larry. Oh, man. No. I just mean he's not really bald. He shaves his head. And why would he want to look bald? Because he's a wanted man. Who'd want him? Just the FBI, that's all. Is being fat a federal offense now? Okay, I'll tell you. He's wanted for murder. What? In his old school, my dad killed a kid. Just to watch him die. See, the whole family's on the lam. In fact, my name isn't J.R. Lubbock at all. It's Buck Lancer. Wow. It was in all the papers. They called my dad the teacher of death. You guys gonna tell me you didn't read about him? Yeah, I think I did. Things were getting too hot for us in New York, so my dad said we had to move on. Go someplace where a killer could blend in with all the other weirdos. So here we are in California. That makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, so you guys will eat lunch for me?
Oh, gee, I'm sorry. I can't. I don't have time.
Aw, gee, that's too bad.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you don't mean any offense or anything.
No, that's right. We don't mean any offense at all. In fact, we'll eat with you. Let's buy her lunch. Yeah.
Great, let me get rid of my book.
Great. God. Hey, my God.
Guess who's having lunch with a boy?
Guess who's having lunch with the wrestling team?
Oh, you always have to taunt me.
Has the marching band been by? Well, it's about time.
Hi.
Stay away from us, Constance.
Lunch period. Hallway and potty patrol. Great. Ooh. Watch it, son.
Yeah. No, sir. I mean, yes, sir.
Sir. I like that.
Oh, Harvey, you're so smooth. Ooh, and so easy to follow, too. Do you dip? Close enough.
I remember thinking this back when I watched it. She's obviously pregnant. That is the 10th member of the family. That's baby Melissa. Baby Melissa doesn't show up until first episode of season 2. We don't get a birth episode or anything. She's just suddenly there, which, I don't know. I think it's an interesting approach. I'm not really sure why they did that, truthfully.
Oh, hi, Mom. Oh, hi, Pumpkin. So how was your first day?
Oh, it was great. These are my new friends.
Oh, dear.
Hey!
Well, hello there, and what are your names?
Larry, Scott.
Listen, guys, I've got a ton of spaghetti in the other room. Would you guys like to stay for dinner?
No!
No?
Yes!
Well, okay. You guys have fun.
So, you guys like monster makeup? I got a whole bunch up in my room. We can go turn ourselves into, the living dead. That was the living dead, right, Buck?
Hi, girls. How was your first day?
Terrible. Worst day of my life.
What happened?
Wendy scared all the boys away. What? That's the only explanation that makes any sense. I mean, none of those guys fell for your breathless, hungry act. It's not an act. All I know is that before they got to know you, it was wall-to-wall guys. I mean, 2 of them wanted to give me their cars. And then by the end of the day, they were all staying away from me like I was Connie.
Oh, Connie. Honey, so how was your first...
Even ask. Today was no different than any day I went to school in New York, with a possible exception that God waited till the afternoon to remind me that I'm not a sex object. And now I have to go upstairs and face Wendy and Cindy gloating over how many dates they have.
They don't have any.
Really?
Really, they had a terrible day.
Thanks, Mom. You always know the right thing to say.
Hey, Mom. Oh, Marie. How's school for you?
This is a weird school.
So I've heard.
You know, I'm in biology class, right? And I pick up my scalpel, and this guy starts begging me not to hurt him.
Hi, Mom. I love this school. Every boy was afraid of me.
Oh, that's great.
Elizabeth, I'm home.
Marie.
Marie, right. Would you explain that to Sherry, please?
Between the 2 of us, I like it when guys are afraid of me, too.
Elizabeth, do you have any idea what kind of day I had today?
Oh, honey, no.
Just the best doggone day of my entire teaching career. Well, a couple of times this morning didn't go all that well. But I hung in there. What you said this morning really kept me going.
Well, there, see?
Yeah, by afternoon, the word had gotten around what kind of no-nonsense kind of guy Coach Graham T. Lubbock was. And boom! When I said hop, those students hopped. I mean, they actually hopped.
You guys wait here, and I'll go get some blood.
What?
Oh, yeah, bring me a pint. You want to get back, we can pour it all over ourselves and go scare my dumb sisters.
Hey, we're down.
Hey, I'm getting out of here.
No, be cool.
You know what Buck said? If the coach finds out if we know about him, he'll murder us. Just like he killed that kid in New York.
And Mr. Stump, in detention, he said not a day had gone by that he hadn't thought about doing exactly what I'd done.
Gee, I wonder what he meant by that.
I don't know, but by the way he was grinning, I'm sure it was a compliment.
Oh, you Dad.
Yo, son, nice makeup today. And the best part is, when the dean, Father Hargis, finds out what everybody's been saying about me, he'll probably let me teach any class I want.
All right. I just made up a whole new batch of fake blood. Who swiped it?
Oh, I'll find it for you, honey.
So tell me, son, did your day work out as well as mine?
It was the best.
He even brought a couple of little friends home.
Oh, good. See, I told you you'd make quite an impression if you just let them meet the real you.
Oh, I think I made an impression on him all right.
That's my boy.
Well, that's odd.
Did you find my fake blood?
No, but I did find my spaghetti sauce.
What a terrible rumor. It's probably been spread all over the school.
Yeah, by this guy, Buck.
So I haven't lost my touch with the guys.
Wendy, what's it like to be so desperately shallow?
It's not bad, actually.
That is one of my favorite lines. I love this. Wendy gets a little more devious and mischievous. But yeah, I like the four girls. I don't want to call them the Lubbock Babes, but that's who they are because that was their singing group they had later on. But I enjoy when the episodes focus on them.
Yeah, well, I just want to ask those friends of JR who this Buck guy is.
Mrs. Lubbock,
Oh, yes, Father.
I'm Father Hargis from...
Oh, the dean. Well, isn't this a nice surprise? Come in, come in. You're probably here because of all the talk about Graham, huh?
It's so silly, really, but a couple of people on the faculty actually believed it.
Well, Father, I would hope so because it's true.
It's true?
Wait right here. I'll get Graham.
So this is one of those sitcom tropes where a single statement would clear things up. He would be like, what, you mean it's true that he murdered a kid? And the situation would have ended. But of course, it's a sitcom, so we can't have it end that quickly.
Gosh, what a surprise.
Well, I hate to bother you.
Oh, it's no bother.
Yes, but whenever I hear something about one of my teachers, especially something this
exciting.
Okay. I check it out before I act.
Well, I can assure you that everything you've heard is absolutely true.
Good God, you sound proud.
Oh, you're right. I guess I shouldn't be. Pride is a sin. It was no big deal.
No big deal.
Oh, excuse me, Padre. I gotta go upstairs and strangle one of my kids.
Oh, Father, do I have a surprise for you? Homemade lemonade.
No, thank you. I have to be going. Would you get my coat, please?
Oh, but you just got here. Please have a drink.
You told these kids that Daddy murdered somebody? I'll forget about it, I swear! I forgot about it already!
All right, somebody's gonna get it.
Oh, Father. Before you go, could you please bless our house?
Now?
Please.
Forever, etc. Amen.
That's it?
Father Hargis!
I'll keep the damn coat.
Father Hargis!
Father Hargis! I just found out you came over here because you heard I killed a kid.
Hey, in the eyes of the Lord, we're all sinners. Don't worry about it.
Graham, did you just say he heard you killed a kid?
Yeah. Just to watch him die. JR, get your butt down here.
Oh, Graham, I'm sorry, I'm not following.
JR told everybody at school that I killed the kid.
Oh, my God, what a lie.
Oh, it's not a lie. It's a premonition.
That was a great line.
Dad, how's it going?
Not well.
Probably curious how this whole mess started.
Can the poop, son. You owe me one doozy of an explanation.
Well,
I don't want to hear it. Do you know the damage you've caused with your story? I mean, this was my first day at a new school. I wanted my students to think of me as someone they should respect and listen to. And now, instead, because of your lies, they sit there hanging on my every word, answering every question, and always addressing me as sir.
and that's bad?
Never mind. Let's talk about how your lie affected your sisters. You realize that not one boy in this entire campus will come within 100 yards of them?
Dad, you're smiling.
No, I'm not smiling. That was gas. JR, what were you thinking about to tell such a lie?
I just got tired of nobody being friendly to me. All the guys were nice to Cindy and Wendy and Connie and Marie, and even Sherry. I mean, life would be so much different if I wore a dress and makeup.
It certainly would be.
I mean, for girls, it's easier. Everybody likes girls.
Please, don't bring sex into this.
Together, we're saying really bad stuff. Never mind.
What? What?
About you, okay? You.
What were they saying about me?
I don't remember.
What?
They said you were a bald-headed guy.
Well, I am a bald-headed guy.
We don't say that kind of stuff about you around me.
So in order to protect me, you told them I was a killer?
Well, there was nowhere else to go once I said you shaved your head.
What?
Listen, Dad, I'll do whatever you want to make up for what I did.
Well, I hope you mean that.
I do.
All right, well, tomorrow you're going to personally spread the word that you made up that story.
I will. First thing in the morning. I'll start with your students.
Well, I don't see any reason why you couldn't start with kids your own age and kind of work your way up to my students later on in the afternoon, if you have time. I want you to go upstairs and sit and think about why lying is wrong.
Yes, sir.
Well, I sit out here and think about what a great kid I got.
St. Augie's Student Radio. This news item just in. Coach Lubbock never killed anyone. That's it. Now here's...
CC.
Graham, you're so smooth. So easy to follow. Do you dip?
Watch me.
Keep watching USA, America's favorite cable network. She was too rich and too beautiful to be believed. Unfortunately for him.
One thing that I really like about the show is that Graham and Elizabeth liked each other. They didn't have that bickering that we often see in married couples in a sitcom. So that's a nice thing that I appreciate. That's why I like shows like, Bob's Burgers. I mean, Bob and Linda love each other. Graham and Elizabeth had, a good relationship that was fun to watch. So, all right, we've made it to the end of episode 2. I got a kick out of it. I hope you did as well. And we'll be back next week for what's probably my favorite episode of the first season. So, have a good week, and I will see you next time. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and I'm going to do my best to keep these coming every week. Have a good day.